But what do you think? I mean, does it feel like everything's easy to get to with your hands?
It does, and I mean, this thing's put together like a European sports car. I mean,
what's up, guys? Welcome back. We are officially in Las Vegas. We've got the Scania pulled into the Blue Beacon to get this thing washed again because it is an absolute wreck. We got here a little late, and Kelly over at Scania is like, Bruce, you better not be late. We pulled up here. It was a super long line. Well, not really a long line. There's a couple of trucks in front of us. And I walked up to this truck driver. I was like, hey, can I give y'all some cash to cut the line? They're like, yeah, no problem. So we're about 40 bucks deep in cutting the line, but we're about to pull in, and we're going to make it over to to the construction expo by the thin of our hair. So we're about to pull this thing in here, get it washed, head over to the hotel. We're going to be parking the truck, and we're going to be checking out all the cool stuff here at ConExpo, and we're going to be getting tons of reactions of people checking out the truck. Super pumped. Don't you guys go anywhere. Let's get this thing washed up. Shout out to Basati Horns. Check them out on Instagram, guys. Guys, we got the truck parked in here in the hotel. It's all parked up, and you may think it's out here in the middle of nowhere. Well, our logic is whenever people come to the Scania booth, it's literally a 5-minute walk to see the truck. So to bring customers out here, let them check it out, and over the next few days, we're gonna be getting some reactions and stuff like that, which I know you all love. So we're gonna head inside, get our badges, go check out Scania's booth and see what all they got going on, and we're gonna be seeing some really cool equipment here today. So make sure you guys are staying along for the ride. We made it inside to find the Scania booth. If you're in the area, the booth number is 61430. So make sure you come check it out. We'll be here literally all week until Saturday evening. But let's check out some of the cool engines and stuff they have on display. This stuff came all the way from Sweden. These are the show engines. They're all decked out, chromed, painted, looking really sexy. Check these things out. So this, as you guys know, is the 13-liter super engine, but in this case, it's an industrial engine, and I think this thing's cracking a little over 1,000 horsepower. It's 12.7 liters. Check this thing out. I like the black chrome. That is something that's like so different and unique. Yeah, there you go. Everything's in yes. I need to update my lingo and learn some stuff better if I'm going to be doing this every day. Cut that out. But pretty serious stuff. This engine is extremely similar, if not almost the same as the S13, which is what's in the Internationals. Which we're going to go find some International trucks here soon and show you guys some really, really cool equipment. But look at this, how they have the intercooler is built in right next to the radiator for the engine, which is pretty wild. And then they have a 3D model over here. Look at this thing. And this is the new like hybrid engine they're talking about, or they've been developing and they're going to be releasing. But this thing's 3D printed. Can you imagine the amount of time it took to 3D print this thing? Look at it.
How big the 3D printer was.
The massive 3D printer. And then there's the hybrid transmission unit right there. Pretty dang cool. But we'll be covering lots of this stuff over the next few days. Don't want to get you guys too caught up on all of our Scania stuff. I know everyone loves Scania stuff, but I think the the new 5-cylinder engine's over here. Let's go check it out. The new 5-pot. What do you think about this?
It's small.
You'll be working on these in trucks soon.
I think so. I hope so.
Yeah. Hopefully just service, though. Too bad you couldn't order one of these from the factory all decked out in chrome and stuff. That'd be sick. A lot of time goes in like chrome plating all this stuff. But essentially, I'm confident it's basically the same displacement piston and stroke as the 6-cylinder. It's just, they literally just cut one cylinder off the back of this thing. 11 liters. So these would be going in like some of your smaller heavy duty trucks and like medium duty size trucks. Well, in Europe, not here in the US, of course. This is going to be in marine, construction, and power unit applications. All right, so we found the International Trucks booth. They make some really sweet stuff, and obviously they have the 13-liter Scania, but it's rebranded as an International in these trucks over here. Let's see if we can find the engine on display somewhere. Here it is. Check that out. What is your professional finish opinion?
Looks nice.
Performs good?
Yes.
That's all.
That's it.
So made our way out here to the show lot where all the big excavators and big equipment are. This is Villa's request. I need to see big excavator. He about to spit his water out. I just wanted to get on these things and start driving them. This is cool. Where's my hoverboard when I need it?
Good, even if not moving like that. What do you think, Villa?
Really cool. I'm not gonna say anything more. That's all.
That's it. That's all we get.
Yeah.
That's sick.
That is.
We don't need it, but we definitely want it, don't we?
Yes.
We need to add this to the arsenal of stuff we have at the shop floating around. I wonder if that's got to be just a miniature they made or something.
No, that's a demolition robot.
For like doing like multi-levels and stuff or something?
Yeah.
I prefer just to go in there with a hammer and pray.
Thank you.
Video.
How are you guys?
Good, good. This is really cool.
This is our 145, 2,500 pounds with an attachment. This is the general machine weight. They're all proportional controls, radio transmitter for wireless activation. This little machine with a hammer on it will match up against the machine close to 8,000 to 10,000 pounds with a hammer with the epi rod.
Wow.
Had one guy say we should put some sensors in there so you can't touch the sides.
Oh yeah, like operation or
Yeah,
something?
exactly.
That'd be funny. That's cool. That's serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that one is just that much more. So that's a 5,000 pound machine
Wow.
with a hammer on board. Yeah. You guys do any remote demolition in your work? Or?
No, we make YouTube videos full time for
nice.
a living.
Oh,
And I've got
cool. Yeah.
we've got a remote control Huddig machine right now from
Okay.
Sweden. You ever heard of them?
I have not. No.
Yeah, it's a 36,000 pound loader backhoe machine. It's fully remote
Oh,
control.
right on. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was at the World Demolition Summit in Nashville. They had Cat was there
yeah.
with their full remote. They were running excavators
Off-site,
in Phoenix, and
yeah.
they were in. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, this for us, we're at Gen 6 in our development, so that's moved us into new computers. We're getting ready for onboard proximity sensors, so we can map out a pattern of a movement with one joystick. Yeah, I mean they've really come a long ways. And then for us, just from the whole change in the demolition field, from tear it all down to surgically go in and work around the columns, the different areas. Nuclear and industrial is really coming online.
So is that the hammer machine? That's one of them.
We have hammers for all of them. So
Yeah.
This is our smallest machine at 1,300 pounds.
Yeah.
So this is really bench that concrete restoration, where you want to be more surgical and limiting the stress that's going into the structure.
Okay.
But still taking men off of
Jackhammers and stuff like that, yeah.
rivet busters. So that's our newest one. So powerful little machine for 1,300 pounds.
Wow,
And
that
it
was
carries
really
two
cool.
ranges of hammers. This is 117 foot-pounds, and that's 75 foot-pounds. So that again, you can get into a lot of repair and maintenance applications, and still maintain the structure and integrity of the concrete you're on.
Very cool. Well, thanks for showing it. We'll swing back over in a few days.
Yeah,
Thank you.
enjoy.
I think we finally found something that impressed Villa. Say those words again.
It's really cool.
It's a big drill. Finally a load that the Scania can actually handle. Look at this. This is crazy stuff. Minzy muck. It's got this crazy suspension so they can get into like all kinds of weird places and still operate. And it's got a drill on it. I think they like drilling out here for some
Or
reason.
you can roll over really easy.
Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing. I wonder if it has like an auto level function where it just like keeps you level automatically. That's crazy. All right, guys, we found one of the booths I've been wanting to explore, and that's the Faymanville trailers. They call it Max trailers here in the U.S., but they're powered by Faymanville, which is in Europe, obviously. But these are so special because they have steer axles on them. If we had one of these, we don't have to be looking back every 5 seconds when we're making a turn with our blue RGN we have now. Look at these things. We had to pull one of these one time with Crystal Miller over there at the truck show in Joplin, Missouri. These things are so cool. Lots of moving parts. Now this is like a mega mover. Looks like it's got an old DC 13, right? Is that the old engine? We have our
seems like it.
Our expert here.
Yeah.
The diesel expert.
Yeah, really cool.
We had to fly him over just to confirm some engines and stuff. This thing is crazy though. I don't think this is for highway use though. We found the Huddig booth and they got the Pro in here. Look at that.
Dude.
Villa, go get the beer. Oh, that's so sick. We found them. There's so much to do here. I can't even keep it all my excitement in. That's the machine we're going to be hauling home behind the Scania right there, too. Look, oh, here you go.
No way. Dude, you can't even push a broom. He's picking up a beer. No way.
I can do that.
No, you can't.
That's cool.
He also does birthday parties and special events.
Oh, he's doing another one. He's getting it out of the beer cooler. Look. What? And we thought sweeping some snow with the Huddig was a cool idea, and there's just go opening beer bottles with it. That's crazy. So maybe we'll get some speaking or words out of Villa if he sees he's about to have an ice cold brew coming his way, served up by the Huddig.
Well, I hope so.
Maybe. All right, let's cheers. Special delivery.
Thank you. Now life is good.
Now that we have happy guy again. Now we have to find something for you to operate. Finally found something the Finn's interested in. Maybe get one of the new one of these for the cabin.
Yeah.
Dang. Is there a beer cup holder? Yep, it's got a cup holder. This guy's set. It fits perfect. Look at this sweet unit we got from Merlot. I walked in there, I was like, hey, I want to buy one of these things to take home because I collect, toys. And they're like, just grab you one. I'm like, shoot, say less. What kind of engine, Yanmar? Kubota.
Yeah, Kubota.
Got some skid steers too, XCMG. Look at this stuff. We need to find that Mac Daddy crane that's floating around here somewhere. Check that out. This guy's good. This guy's really good at that tilt. Holy cow. Wow. See the wood he's cutting? Imaginary wood. Today we have to worry about Villa talking on the mic and stuff because he has a mic and it's live, but he doesn't talk much. He just likes to look. But look at this extreme. This thing's crazy. They got that huge beam hanging. I didn't even notice that. Look at the beam hanging across it. This thing's massive. Trackzilla. Can't even imagine what the weight rating is on this thing. It's nuts. Fully hydraulic. Wow. So much stuff here, man. We should have got here yesterday. But we still have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So, guys, we're going to be bringing all the coolest content. You can show you all these really cool machines here. What do you think?
You know, this machine, it's made on the same town where our cabin is.
Oh.
Liperi, Finland.
In the middle of nowhere.
Middle of the nowhere.
That's the most I've heard you talk this entire time.
You want to go say hello to your friends?
This is like the 5th beer for today.
Oh, he's getting better.
All that beer talk.
4 more, we'll be able to get him to shut up. We found probably the coolest thing here at the entire show. What do you think?
Really cool.
According to Villa's mathematical equations and specifications, he said it would take about 10 trucks to haul all the counterweights on this machine.
Here in the USA, not in Europe.
And in Europe, it only takes one truck.
Yeah, only one truck. Go haul all of them.
This thing is pretty serious, though, isn't it? Look at the tracks on it. Come here, let's look at them. Holy crap. I'm about to fall over backwards just looking up at that thing. People are probably calling us greenhorns because we're so amazed by this, but this is really cool. Fortunately, Villa's leaving tomorrow 1 o'clock. We've been trying to make him stay, but I think it has something to do with Mayu back home, and he really misses Ollie, like really bad.
Yeah, I know.
Ollie's been crying. Where's his daddy at? All right, guys, we're over here at the truck. We've got some Oshkosh engineers.
Yes, we're Oshkosh. Yeah.
So, what is an Oshkosh for the people that don't know?
So Oshkosh has a lot of different segments. We work in the airport rescue firefighting area, and so we get engines from Scania and put them in our truck. So the ARF truck is for airport rescue and firefighting. So they're sold around the world to protect our flying public.
Yeah, I see them in all the airports, so those things are pretty serious.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're like 8x8, aren't they?
We have a 4x6, 4x4, a 6x6, and an 8x8 configuration.
They're pretty. So, what do you think about the Scania truck in person, though?
This is the first time I've ever seen one. It is very impressive. I have never been in a cab over, and this thing's got a lot of space inside. Buttons are very well laid out, and a lot of good thought went into this thing.
What do you think about the space? Here we go. We'll put some air in your seat.
Yeah,
maybe. We might have enough air in here. Oh, there you go.
Space is amazing. Yep, that even gave me a little more visibility, and yeah, driving this thing would be very fun.
Here's something else that's really cool. Now grab the steering wheel and put it where you want it. You can pull it towards you too.
Wow, that is very cool.
So air-powered lock and unlock.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like telescopic, up, down. The only thing we don't have is side to side. But the coolest thing, in my opinion, driving trucks, right? So open that drawer to your right next to you. Just grab it, hold the handle all the way up and slide it all the way forward. Go ahead and open that. There's your fridge.
That's sweet.
Wow, that's very nice.
We keep all the snacks and energy drinks in there. And that thing will go below freezing. Like, if you like some ice cold sodas or Red Bulls, it's loaded down. That picks the whole bed up so you can store stuff under the bed.
Under the bed, okay.
Yeah.
What's in your drawer here?
That's just the junk drawer.
Okay.
But you can double that one as like another fridge or freezer or whatever. And if we would have had the higher roof, we could have put a microwave up there on the top too.
We were admiring your coffee mug.
Yeah, like everybody likes that. Yeah.
Yep, that's good. Yep.
I'm not a big coffee guy, but we've used the hot water to make like ramen noodles and stuff on the road. The hot boiling water. Yeah. So what do y'all think of the show so far?
It's very big.
It's my first time too.
It's the first time that we've been here.
It's a lot to take in.
Come see what technology is going to construction equipment. So,
taking anything away from here and putting it into your engineering process?
There's definitely things that we got to look into. So
there's not much of a. Is there much of a competition for Oshkosh?
There is. We have some direct competitors in the States and a lot of competitors outside the U.S. So.
But I mean, Oshkosh is like extremely well known. Like the trucks for sure. Have you guys seen some of the videos where like farmers out west and in Canada are buying the trucks and using them to like haul grain bins across the fields and stuff?
Multi-purposing. Yes, I've seen some videos
crazy,
where they've changed what
like the military trucks and stuff.
Yes, yep, that they change them into something else and get a second life out of them.
That's incredible.
And there's some guys that buy the old ARF trucks and go fight wildland fires with them.
Fighting fires with the old rigs, yeah.
Yep.
It's pretty crazy. This thing's got an electronic parking brake too.
I was noticing that it's got an automatic park brake and then a manual release one as well.
Y'all's trucks are all air brake too, I'm assuming, right?
Yes, yep, we're all on air brake.
Have y'all ever? Well, I guess there's not really any need to convert to electric, right? I mean.
Nope. Yeah, we got
what you guys have
the
going
trucks.
on.
Trucks are either FMVSS or ECE. Okay. So we've got a couple different braking systems that we offer.
Okay. I need to drive one sometime. So is it in Oshkosh, Wisconsin then, right?
Yep. Up in Neenah, they're produced, but yeah, we could definitely get you out on the test track somewhere.
I think that's something we need to do. We'll drive this up there. Go check one out.
They would probably.
I'm sure
like
the rest of the crew would like to see it at the factory.
Yeah, yep, they'd like to see what else probably Scania has put in. So.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. It's like sitting in a sports car.
Yeah. Give me the key, Ryan, please. There you go. All right, guys, we got, is it Joel or Joel?
Joel Butler.
Okay, Joel Butler from Maine. There we go. Get this thing lit up in here.
We're gonna fire up this truck so O'Neill
So Joel
see
walked
what
up.
real horsepower is.
Yeah, Joel came over to the Scania booth where we have Scania engines, and it was asking about the trucks, and told him we had a truck outside. Here we are.
I'd seen it on YouTube before and was pretty impressed with the truck and the horsepower.
So you're in the demolition business?
I'm in the demolition business, but I have a 60-ton low bed that I move.
Okay.
120,000 pound excavators around.
Oh, okay. Yeah, our RGN's a 70-ton Globe. Yeah.
So I like horsepower, so I can keep rolling up the interstate over the hills with it.
Yeah.
So
this one will do it no problem for sure.
Seat go up with air?
Yep. One little button you click.
It's got Alcoa rims on it.
Oh yeah. It'll pick up in just a second.
So this is a V8 engine.
V8, 16.4 liter, 770 horsepower.
You said
2750 torque.
torque.
Yes, sir.
Very well made compared to the trucks that I've been looking at.
So the steering wheel is air powered. Now you can grab it, pull it down towards you, and pull it towards you if you want to.
Yep, that's cool right
It
there.
locks in place with air.
Visibility is unbelievable.
Yeah.
You got no nose to look over at all.
That's what I was saying. We were coming across like southern Utah and stuff through the mountains, and the gorge and stuff, how you could see everything was so nice.
Double bunks. So you could sleep someone up there if you wanted to, huh?
Well, normally you wouldn't have a bunk bed in this truck because the roof is, they make a roof that's another foot taller. But we asked for another one and they custom made it to fit in the truck.
Put some kids in it anyhow.
That kid right there. He's going to be sleeping up there on the way home back to Tennessee.
What'll that take you, 2 days to get back there?
Yeah, 2.5 roughly. It's got a fast rev.
Sounds pretty mean.
Yep. Coffee maker's factory. Fridge is right next to you in that drawer there.
So, is everyone like this king of the road, or is this a special edition?
So the floor mats we had custom made, but they do have nice floor mats in them from the factory. Don't get me wrong. We changed it. We added the lights on the roof, the floor mats on the inside, and then we had a lot of lights on the outside of it also.
So the rear axle is a lift axle, but it's also a drive axle.
Yep.
So when you lift it, it's no longer a drive axle?
Correct. The brakes hold. You can still drop it and it doesn't drive. It'll just float down the road, but it still supports weight. And then you can also engage the power divider like you would your normal truck.
Yep.
And then you also can lock both rear axles for double lockers.
So full lock and rears, if you want them.
If you want them.
So those rear ends must be 46,000 pounds?
Roughly the conversion to it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's double framed also. So this is a very standard truck in Europe.
So, is this built in Germany?
Sweden.
Sweden.
Now Scania has, I think, 6 or 7 factories around the world.
So would they use this truck for logging?
No, this would be a normal highway tractor. So in Sweden you can have, I'm probably going to get this wrong, I know you can pull double, nearly 53-foot trailers in Sweden and Finland and be, I want to say, it's almost over 100 metric tons legally without permits. And like a truck like this with a single rear axle would be 40 metric tons with a single axle, which is 90,000 pounds. No tandems. So here we have to have tandems to only haul 80,000 legally. But you know, every state's different here, so you have to watch where you're going, what you're doing, your permitting, things like that.
So 35 years ago, they sold Scania trucks.
Late 80s, early 90s.
Right.
Yeah. My personal opinion, the issues they had, they were underpowered and they were kind of a heavy truck.
Yeah.
And that was a time when you could get a 450 horsepower Cat, you know, and it only weigh 18,000 pounds. But they did get extremely good fuel economy, but that wasn't a main focus of most people back then.
So what does this truck weigh?
This truck's around 22,000 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, typically a lighter tractor with a lot smaller engine would be 18 to 20,000
Yeah, if you did a
pounds.
single frame, smaller end, the 6-cylinder engine, you'd be in the 19,000 pound range.
Well, hopefully you'll have success bringing them over here. I'd certainly like to have one.
Yeah.
I got a friend who'd like to have one for hauling up wood.
And it's
Timber up
just
in the
so
North
smooth.
Woods.
The transmission drives better than your pickup. You don't even know it shifts.
He's running Western Stars right now. We're going to convert him.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yep. But what do you think? I mean, does it feel like everything's easy to get to with your hands?
It does, and I mean, the quality of the build here is way better than what...
This is the old style. They just completely updated everything.
I mean, this
So
thing's
it's even
put
newer.
together like a European sports car. I mean, this
That's what we
leather
get all
steering
the
wheel,
time.
leather seats. I mean, this thing isn't like a...
Normally what you do,
Western, you know,
and what I do, is this top step right here. You put your shoes right there when you step in and close the door, and they'll stay right there.
Really?
That's about what almost every Euro trucker, most truckers around the world.
And we got an auto...
And the brake pedal is so light to push. I mean, it doesn't take much.
Yeah. So, where's our shifter?
Right here, you just rotate this forward and backwards to go into gear.
And what do we got for a transmission?
12-speed automatic.
Huh.
Yeah. And the clutch is not an air clutch. So if you've driven any automatic semis here, that's very in or out. There is no in between.
Yeah.
This one's actuated by an electronic module motor. So it'll actually, say you're wanting to take off from right here, you can hit the throttle, and if you let off, it'll just go into neutral again.
Yeah.
It'll slip the clutch. So if you're backing up to docks or trying to back up to a trailer or maneuver, it's not jerking you really hard or anything like that. And that's how the new international trucks are, because they have the Scania drivetrain in them now.
What about an engine brake?
No engine braking. It has an exhaust brake,
Yeah.
and it has what's called a retarder.
Yeah.
So on the back of the transmission, it has a hydraulic mechanism that engages with the drive shaft and actually slows it through hydraulic power.
Oh, no kidding.
And it will stop. I mean, it's well over 600 braking horsepower.
The engine, or the Jake breaker, or not the whatever,
retarder,
the retarder is 600. Wow.
It will stop.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they must like drinking a lot of coffee over there, huh?
Yeah.
Because that comes standard in a truck.
That's an option. Microwave is a factory option. You could get up top. All of it.
Do they drive as many hours as we do?
Same.
Same?
But they're all over in different countries. I mean, a lot of people are staying in their trucks just as much or more as we are here.
Yep.
And there's not readily available truck stops like we have here either. So lots of people are eating and drinking and making their food in the trucks.
Right in the truck.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Now your brother's here too.
My brother is.
And what's his name?
Matthew. And
Matthew.
he's from He lives in California.
We need to get him in here to check it out.
Yeah, let's get him up in the truck and
Get his opinion.
We
Well,
gotta
thanks for
get-
checking it out. I'm glad you like it.
thank you. I'm glad I saw you, and I'm gonna send. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out on YouTube and send it to my buddy.
Definitely. All right, we got Matthew climbing in the truck now, checking it out, guys.
This is pretty cool. This is, yeah, Jesus.
What do you think? First reactions?
Nice and cozy.
lot to
Quiet,
take
quiet, very quiet. I mean, I drive old trucks, 60s and older,
Mhm.
so they're wrestling matches and they're old, they're noisy. and
Wind
so-
noise.
Yeah.
So this truck is so quiet that you don't even have to wear a headset. You can use the Bluetooth radio like you would your car.
Damn, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah. Nice visibility.
No wind noise or anything, even at 80 miles an hour.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Look at that back.
So you can pull it towards you. It's telescopic too.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
It's air actuated.
Wow.
Yeah.
Comfy. Yeah, look at that. I see the whole instrument panel right through there. I'm not trying to figure out where things are.
Yeah.
It's all right here.
And our steering is obviously hydraulic, but it's electric also. So it makes the steering much easier, but also the truck has what's called lane keep assist. So it'll help you keep you straight in the lane if you're getting distracted or anything like that.
Yeah.
It won't jerk the steering wheel out of your hand necessarily, but it'll start,
Yeah, let
saying,
you know
"Hey,
it's time
look
to
forward."
go back. Yeah.
you know,
Nice
and it
big
has,
mirrors. Jesus, look at that convex mirror up there.
you can see everything. They're
Yeah.
so nice.
Yeah, it's not buried down in a pocket down there. It's right there.
Up on top.
Yeah.
And what kind of trucks are you messing with now?
Peterbilt's, old Internationals, old Fords. I like old trucks. I don't do
Yeah.
a lot of hauling, but I like things I can work on.
Yeah.
And I'm cheap.
Yeah.
So here we are. Yeah.
And we have a 359 Peterbilt actually.
All right.
84, 700,000 original miles.
Wow. Yeah.
I'll show you a picture of it. It's sweet.
Yeah.
It's got a B model cat and a 15 speed.
Oh yeah, that's a real engine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Jesus, I like this big tray here. You can do something with that without.
tray, all the storage.
Yeah, even this is cool right here.
Right, that drawer next to you is the refrigerator.
Holy Jesus, look at that. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
So you can grab your drinks and snacks while you're going down the road.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cozy. Nice seat. Yeah.
It'll bounce a lot more. You can adjust the shock pressure inside of it, the height. It'll take you all the way to the moon.
Yeah, you're not going to whack your head in the ceiling of this
No.
thing. In my Peterbilt, you have to watch out for
Yeah.
that. It's right there.
Yep.
Yeah, Jesus, that's nice. And you think they can, price-wise, they can compete with selling trucks?
If these were ever to come to the U.S. market, they'd be very comparable to your premium brands,
Yeah.
Peterbilt, Kenworth, stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's a premium truck, you know. In Europe, Scania and Volvo are the main brands. You know,
All
like
right.
here it's Peterbilt and Kenworth.
Yeah, yeah,
So, top of the line, best there is.
yeah. Where is all the gear button stuff? Right in here?
So right here you've got your drive and reverse,
Yeah.
and then when you pull this down, this is your hydraulic braking, so it doesn't have an engine brake.
Okay.
It has an exhaust brake,
Yeah.
which slows the engine to help it shift faster.
All right.
But as far as like when you have a load behind you or going down a mountain,
Yeah.
this actuates off the transmission
Off the automatic transmission.
with
yeah.
a hydraulic mechanism
All
to
right.
actually load the rear axles to slow them down.
All right. Yeah.
So, and the hydraulic retarder is cooled by your cooling system.
Okay.
So you can almost infinitely be going downhill and never worry about your
You're
engine
not
getting
pumping
hot.
engine heat into it. Yeah, you're pumping a little of that. Yeah. How many speed transmission?
12 speed.
12 speed. Yeah. And
Yeah.
where's the engine happy? What RPM range are you trying? I
This
see a little
truck-
blue zone there.
That's the power zone.
Okay.
But this one right here, going down the highway, we're sitting around 1400 RPMs at
All
around
right.
80 mile an hour.
Uh-huh.
And of
Wow.
course, just like any other truck, you can get every gear you can ever imagine.
Yeah.
But it will, under full load, it will pull the RPMs all the way over to 2400.
Yeah. And how fast are you going then?
I don't know. We took it to Atlanta Motor Speedway to the NASCAR track. They had a truck show there,
Yeah.
and we were able to drive it around the track.
Yeah.
And the top speed will do 92 miles an hour. That's
Yeah.
where it's limited at,
Yeah.
and with good reason because of the tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start spinning them big tires,
Yeah.
no telling what would happen. But
Uh-huh.
even at 92 mile an hour, it's only at like 1600,
All right.
1700
So
RPMs.
if you wanted to whatever that speed if you wanted to override that speed limiter, you'd be toasting down
You'd
the highway.
be cooking. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's got all the power to do it.
Yeah. Man, this is nice and roomy. You know, even on this side, I don't feel all squeezed in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez. Who knows? I mean, it used to be Peterbilt and Kenworth were two different truck companies, but now they're so, they're
PACCAR.
owned by the same company, the same components, so it's like, well, which name do you like better, really? is what
Exactly.
you're
It's like
picking up.
Chevy and GMC.
Yeah, yeah. And, the quality of some of the brands has gone down so much it isn't funny.
It's because we're just so used to that being the normal. Like they could these manufacturers slowly get away with just taking away the quality and all that. It's
Yeah. Yeah, somebody comes in who's really got a better product and more dependable and more fuel efficient and more miles down the road and less time in the shop.
yeah.
I mean, what tier engine is this engine?
This is Euro 6.
All right.
So we don't have a direct comparison to what it would be the closest to Tier 4 or EPA. Now I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it'd be the closest to the latest EPA rating we have
All
on
right.
the road here in the U.S.
But they've worked the bugs out of this so it's not shutting down on you and telling you
No.
that.
So these don't do parked regen.
Okay.
So like our trucks here, when the DPF and filters get full,
Yeah.
they either regen going down the road or you have to park it and let it, bake everything
Sure.
out.
Yeah.
These right here will burn off going down the road,
All right.
and they don't have an EGR.
Okay. Huh.
So no EGR, no EGR cooler. You know what a VGT turbo is?
No.
So our trucks here close the exhaust inside the turbo to build a bunch of heat
All right.
to burn everything off.
Mm-hmm.
These do not have that, and that's a massive failure point here in the U.S.
All right.
in the trucking industry is that electronic modules on the side of the turbo, and it makes that turbo open and close.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a huge failure point. This does not have.
All right, yeah. Yeah, well, there's nothing worse than a brand new truck that spends, quarter of its life in the shop until you get fed up and sell it.
Yeah, because when it's not working, it's not making you anything.
Yeah. Boy, that is
So-
pretty cool. Listen to that. Not like a whole bunch of torque twisted
Yeah.
on the cab when you hit it there, yeah.
Well, the whole cab is sitting on air.
All right. Oh, that's
And then the
pretty-
front axle is air ride also.
Oh, geez. Yeah, you're softened up pretty good, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll let you guys hop out and I'll show you that. That's one of
Yeah.
the coolest things this truck
Pretty
does.
cool, man.
Anything.
Now, if you tried to put it in drive with that down, just forgot what happens.
It'll drive.
It'll drive. Okay.
You can set the suspension wherever you want it. You can set it all the way up and
All right.
still go fast.
Yeah.
Now, it's going to ride terrible,
Yeah.
but at the same time,
Yeah. Is this frame stationary cab going up, or are you doing axles?
This is the axles.
This is the axle up. Okay.
So the rear.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And this is the highway version of the truck. So they have what's called an XT, which is the off-road version, and it has a big steel bumper on the front, really high. It's got metal grates in front of the headlights so rocks don't bust them.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff.
You get 315s all the way around. Dual 315s.
It's a one-piece front axle?
Yep.
Okay.
That's doing all the work as far as the front suspension goes.
Well, it's got the leaf spring, but that's keeping the axle where it needs to be. Yeah.
Nice, quiet.
The whole truck, yeah. I mean, it picks up almost a foot from where all the way down.
All right, then when the front end comes down, that's coming. The rear wheels are coming up. The tag axle's coming up.
So I just dropped all the air out of it now, so all the airbags are empty.
Yeah.
And then right now, it'll go back up to the normal ride height.
All right. Yeah.
So right here is where it would be driving down the highway.
Yeah.
And then by hitting a button, say if I'm at a red light and I want to drop that axle or pick it up, it's like that.
Oh, yeah.
So just like that, your axle's on the ground and you're done and over with.
Yeah.
And then again, if you're at a red light and you want to pick the axle up, you can do this with a trailer on it, it does not matter. And right there, your axle's up and out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh, big time. And this truck already turns extremely sharp compared to your average big rigs here. Don't ask me that, I don't know for sure.
It's pretty
but
smart.
It's not very big, that's for sure.
It looks like it's 150 inches.
If that, yeah. I mean, it's not much at all. Especially when you pick the axle up, I mean, it shortens everything.
Yeah.
So. This, we came out here at 50,000 pounds with the trailer behind us, and we're averaging 6.5 at 80 mile an hour. Now, without a trailer, no. I got all this horsepower, we're gonna put it to use, you know. We're gonna drive it like an owner-operator would drive it, you know. The fleet guys are all 67, 70 mile an hour limited. Owner-operators, they're driving these trips, they got places to be and things to do. So
when this landed here, was it just a blue paint job and you put this decal on? Or?
So when it landed here, the decals were added. We added these light bars down here. The plate right there covering the frame.
Yeah.
And then some lights on the front we added. But that frame paint is actually powder coat.
All right.
The fuel tanks, the fenders, all of this is all right from the factory paint.
Yeah.
So the frame comes powder coated from the factory?
Yes.
It's going to last a lot longer.
Yeah. And what they don't do, like every other manufacturer here in the U.S., is they don't paint over every piece of wiring and sensor and airlines and all that.
Yeah.
And every single airline, fuel line, no matter what it is, they're all made a certain way. So like here, like if you have like a new Pete, they'll take an airline from the rear end and run it to the front and zip tie it all up.
Yeah.
When these are being built at the factory, the airlines all have part numbers and they're made to go in a perfect spot.
Yeah.
You don't have to, if you have an airline go bad, you don't have to necessarily do that again.
Mm-hmm.
What that does, it keeps these airlines, American manufacturers are doing, they have all these rub points. So when they make these bins and use all these zip ties and all this stuff, it's rubbing over time and putting holes in it. And that's why we have these problems.
Yeah.
These, they're making all the airlines and every other line and wire inside the truck. It's all perfectly fitted exactly how it should be.
Yeah.
So the contractors that move equipment around in New York City, Boston, San Francisco, any place like that where it's tight quarters, should have one of these.
That'd be ideal.
We don't need any long nose Pete's, so
Yeah.
we'll try to get
I mean,
around.
I've got a new Peterbilt 389. I mean, I like the truck. And it's got its place and the way it feels, you know, driving a classic truck. But when you get one of these and drive across the country, I'm tired, but I'm not fatigued and worn out.
Yeah.
You know how it is. I mean, you drive an old truck, I mean, it's work.
Yeah.
Is there a video of a guy customizing your Peterbilt for you?
I mean, possibly, or it might be us too. Who knows? we have
When you picked it up,
we have
did
like
you make a
1,500
video?
videos out there. We have a lot. I have some people bring up and ask questions about videos that I forgot about, and it's not because I'm too good to talk about anything. We're making 3 or 4 videos a week sometimes.
Yeah.
So, but we're gonna go drop this thing off at the international dealership. That's where it's gonna be staying the rest of the week.
All right.
It was really nice
cool.
meeting you guys.
Yeah, thanks for showing us around.
Make sure you check out the videos and stuff. And
Yeah.
For the truck tour, and hopefully you're gonna have some luck here.
yes, sir. Y'all have. Well, guys, we're over here at the Terex booth, and we're standing on top of a massive crusher of some kind. I don't know all the specs on it, but what's cool about this is it's got a Scania DC13 in there. Check that thing out. We have so many people asking us questions about Scania being here in the USA. What are they in? Different things like that. We're going to try to showcase what Scania is in here in the USA on some of the equipment here at the ConExpo. One starting right here with a power screen. So there's another massive machine you can kind of see over there in the back called a Magna. That thing is super duper huge. But there you have it. This machine's actually sold. So most of the machines here that Terex has brought to the ConExpo were brought out here, and they're going to their final home to a job site once they leave here. But really cool. We need to go see what engine's in the Magna over there. That thing is serious. And we'll get chopped down from here. You can see just how massive these machines are, and we'll tell you what they weigh. All right, so obviously it's a power screen, a Terex brand. This thing weighs 57,000 kilograms. So I'll let you guys do the math. That is a lot of weight. We're talking over 120,000 pounds roughly. Y'all put it down in the comments and let us know exactly what it weighs. But let's walk over here and check out this Magna machine. This thing weighs like 100 metric tons. It is huge. So guys, right here behind me is a Magna. This thing is obviously a massive machine. Rock crusher, concrete crusher, something along those lines. This machine weighs 100 metric tons. It's huge. Let's walk up the stairs on this thing and see what engine it's got. We know it has a Scania, but we need to see what Scania it's got in it. Look at that big, orange, beautiful piece of equipment. Check that out. Wow. So this engine is running what looks to be a generator, maybe? I could be wrong. I think it's running a massive generator and powering these huge electric motors. And that's what, yeah, that's an electric motor right there. Holy cow. Look at this, all this like cast iron, cast steel. And I could be wrong, but I think these machines, like when this motor's running, this huge pulley system over here. Yeah, this is a giant pulley inside here that's spinning. And it's just sitting here when the rock falls in and just doing this. Just slowly crunching it and then going down and going into a conveyor belt. There's like a small knuckle boom right here. I guess that right there might be to like feed the rock in and work it. So maybe you stand up here, but I think this whole machine is like remote control. It's a pretty serious deal. Well guys, that's gonna conclude the video of our day 1.5 here at the ConExpo 2026. Hope y'all are enjoying all the videos and checking out all the cool Scania trucks, or not Scania trucks, but all the Scania engines we've been finding. We have so many more to find. Behind us is the Huddig booth. We're gonna be doing something really, really, really cool for the next video, so make sure you guys are paying attention for the next video. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're here at ConEx, comment down below on all the cool things you guys have seen. And also, don't forget to go over to brucewilsonshop.com and get entered to win our 359 Peterbilt and $10,000 in cash. Now, we're out of town right now, so getting things shipped out is a little bit of a hassle, but once we get back in town, stuff's gonna be flying out the door. I promise, guys. We'll see you later. Peace.